What's happening, Hexo traders and investors? It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth. Today is Monday, April 11th. Hope you're well today. And in this short video, we're going to be discussing the stock HEXO Corp. We had a huge move into the end of the day, up about 11% on the TSX, about 7% on the NASDAQ. It looks like there was a huge buy order in the last 15 minutes. Going to take a look at the chart. We'll do some technical analysis and also some news and events I want to run through. Could be an arbitrage opportunity on the NASDAQ tomorrow, but also just an arbitrage opportunity with regards to Tilray as well, which I'll discuss in a moment. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash like, subscribe to the channel, tick the bell, and you'll be notified on any future updates. The bulls also defended a key support today, and like I said, we'll take a look at the chart here in a moment in depth, but we were up about 14% there from the low of the day. We closed, like I said, about 11% on the TSX, about 7% there on the NASDAQ, and like I said, closing near the high, we're starting to see MJ kind of go against the grain again. It was notable that tech stocks were down and crypto was down, but yet MJ was popping. And notable that LPs all closed near the highs. We weren't seeing that huge move end of day with other LPs like Tilray and Canopy. So it seems to be isolated just to HEXO for the moment. But a lot of our names did close at the high of the day in the Canadian side, but the US side definitely a little bit weaker with Msos closing near the low of the day. So US MJ lagging a little bit here and a little bit less weak. If we take a look at the after hours price on HEXO, we're sitting at 55 cents USD. So no real move after hours. One thing to be concerned about as well and to be watching out for, I did a video on Tilray launching edibles in Quebec. So they were the first to launch edibles. You can check that video if you want to learn more. But a Power Group member, shout out to you, you know who you are, contacted the SQDC, and they said they expect multiple edibles to be coming soon in the next coming months. Does this open the way for HEXO to potentially release? We know Redecan just released edibles as well. I did another video on a review of those. You can check that out. But essentially, does that open the way for HEXO to potentially enter Quebec in the edibles market? I think so. Also could lead to speculation that we could see the CPG partner announced at some point soon. I said for a while now that I think that it's likely going to take, progress with U.S. legalization. Not only that, is it going to help the stock price because we're in a bullish momentum. It's also going to give that CPG partner a little bit more clarity and just look good for their image, right? If we're heading towards full-blown legalization. So check that out. I think that that's some speculation that we could potentially see HEXO enter that market at some point soon as well. We know they're the preferred supplier with the SQDC. I think it's just a matter of time, not a matter of when, not if. And something to consider as well is we could be seeing Tilray. A lot of people, they mentioned on their call last, I did a review of their earnings as well. You can check that video out. But they mentioned that we could potentially see the deal close in May. Irwin Simon, the CEO of Tilray, said everything was going great and really excited about the partnership with HEXO. He mentioned that last week. So that tells me that we're on track to see that deal close. And like I said, we could be seeing a potential arbitrage opportunity between HEXO and Tilray because of how undervalued HEXO is. It's only at about a 300 million market cap, whereas Tilray is sitting at about 4 billion. So it could just be people potentially, let me know in the comments below if you agree with me. I do think that we could be seeing, after that, mixed results from earnings with Tilray. Essentially, Tilray makes more money off of non-MJ related ventures than they do off MJ, right? They make about the same revenue-wise in terms of the quarter as HEXO does. So that's notable. And like I said, I think that we could be seeing some people potentially taking some profits in Tilray and putting them into HEXO. I've seen a lot of people ask me that. And maybe let me know in the comments below if you're looking to do the same, because always looking to hear from you. If you're looking to sell HEXO and buy Tilray, always, like I said, I always love hearing from you to get a gauge of what the overall retail investor sentiment is. Also, in other news, Todd Harris and New Jersey retail adult use sales to begin as little as 30 days, and recreational MJ sales approved by the MJ board, and New Jersey medical MJ dispensaries get okay to broaden sales. So this is huge. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited about this. I know Curaleaf has a big presence there. Also, wanted to share with you guys, I've been saying for a while now that I really do think that we're going to see U.S. legalization at some point soon. I think it's a lot sooner than a lot of people think. And also, I think that we're going to see Canadian LPs be able to go across state lines and sell into that market. It's already happening with HEXO, with the joint venture with Molson Coors. They're doing hemp CBD drinks, and they're selling those in liquor stores and soon to be grocery chains, more than likely. But it's already happening on a hemp CBD level, right? It's just going to be a matter of time. And I think that there's a reason why we have big alcohol companies and big tobacco companies that are taking stakes in licensed producers and Canadian companies, because they know that they have a head start. They have also a head start on international sales. They have experience under a legal framework now for about 3 years. And once it comes time to open up to the U.S., that's a huge, huge growth opportunity, right? Not only will they own Canada, they're going to have a huge growth opportunity in front of them. And I wanted to share with this our financial post. I'll put the link in the article for the article in the description. But essentially, a couple comments here from different companies, CEOs, and different executives. We are trying to progress as best as we can with MJ in the United States being publicly listed, said Ruffini of Village Farms. Our vision is that interstate commerce will prevail. MJ will be descheduled, and we will be allowed to grow it and ship it across state lines. This future could be closer than some think. So again, why are all these, all these CEOs and billion-dollar corporations and companies saying that they believe that this is going to happen, when all of retail is completely saying, for the most part, most retail thinks that that'll never happen? Well, I don't think us retail investors are really qualified to make that that call, because, like I said, we've got David Klein with Canopy, you got Irwin Simon with Tilray, making all these moves in the U.S. and with MedMen, and then you got Canopy with Acreage. Why are they making all these moves and taking all these risks if they don't think that it's going to come? And I think, like I said, it's going to happen, because alcohol companies, tobacco companies have huge stakes in these licensed producers, and they have the most to lose from MJ being legalized, right? A lot of people looking for healthier alternatives and trying to cut back smoking and using MJ as an alternative, or trying to cut back on drinking and alcohol consumption and MJ as an alternative. The clock is ticking in the United States, said Aurora's Savone. It's time for the federal and provincial governments in Canada to stand behind our sector and get ready for this economic and competitive opportunity that's just around the corner. And I've been saying for a long time now, good luck, MSOs, if Canadian MJ gets to sell across the border, because we're selling, a whole ounce for less than $70 Canadian. And not only is the competition going to increase in the U.S. alone, what happens if LPs get to sell there, right? So something to consider. Also, American MJ consumers eye opportunities presented by Legal MJ in Germany. Huge market and opportunity there as well. Also, just as a reminder, OGI, Organogram, earnings are tomorrow pre-market, so before the bell. And in terms of estimates, this is all Canadian dollars, expecting negative 0.0231 on EPS and revenue of 31.67 million. So we'll be watching to see if this impacts the sector going into tomorrow. But taking a look at HEXO, like I said, up about 14% from the low of the day on the U.S. side. Even if we take a look at the TSX, like I said, we are up about 11% from the low of the day, though. The TSX, about the same, about 14%. So like I said, big buy came in there toward the end of the day. One thing I will note, not a whole lot really has changed. We're still bullish on the weekly time frame, and we held key support. So bulls defended that support level. We had the all-time low there at 46 cents. We had the weekly higher low at 47, essentially a double bottom. Then we started to confirm the weekly uptrend, but what did we say? We said not to trust the bulls unless all of our names like Canopy, MSOS were changing weekly trends, and MSOS is still in a weekly downtrend. We're starting weekly consolidation on MSOS. So from here, if we hold support at 1767 and break resistance at 2150, if we break that 2150 resistance, that's going to confirm a weekly uptrend. Then we need to see Tilray, Canopy, HMMJ, the ETF. We need to see all those weekly uptrends confirmed to be confident that HEXO is going to do the same. But HEXO held that support at 47 cents. Got a low as low as 49 cents today, U.S. And like I said, just looking for these weekly supports to hold and showing lots of buy interest in that area. And like I said, bulls really trying to defend that support. So our key support going forward is going to be 46 cents. And like I said, 47 double bottom, now 49. We're going to be watching for a potential daily bounce into tomorrow, closing near the high of the day. And we have a lack of resistance really all the way up until about 75 cents on HEXO. So just wrapping things up, We're still waiting for weekly uptrends across the sector. We know that it's great that HEXO confirmed a weekly uptrend. We know SNDL confirmed a weekly uptrend as well, but we need to see those weekly uptrends confirm across the sector. Then we'll zoom out to the monthly and we'll look for monthly uptrends. All right, if you guys could smash the like, subscribe to the channel on your way out, tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future updates. I would appreciate it. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. And as always, we'll see you again in the next video.